Shalom. Shalom and welcome. This is Olive Trees and Lampstands. It is a series of messages addressed to an awakening nation of believers, those who seek to do the will of the Almighty Father, those who are coming to know that Yahuwah is his true name, and who will come to know that Yahuwah is his true name. Those who come to understand that no man can come unto the Father except by the sacrificed Son who was resurrected, who is known as our Messiah. Yahushua is his true name. So this message is to you, an awakening nation of believers who seek to do the will of the Almighty Yahuwah and accept Yahushua as Messiah. It is a message that I believe will reach the ears of the 144,000, with 12 tribes represented from true Yashar'al, and the assemblies, which will also be known as the lampstands, and as well as the multitude mentioned in Revelation chapter 7. Today is April 30th, 2014. If you're tuning in for the first time, my name is Symmanayah. This portion of Olive Trees and Lampstands will move into addressing the issues, or should I say more so, the characteristics and challenges of the assemblies, the lampstand. This is an introduction, and it will be done in two parts for the sake of ease of listening on mobile devices. With that said, allow me to begin. The assemblies. Introduction, Part 1. My brothers and sisters, allow me to stress, we cannot be complete as a body of one by the emergence of the 144,000 alone. The true tribes of Yashar'al will represent the seed of Abraham who seek to do the will of the Almighty Father Yahuwah, but it will not include those who are by race Abari or Hebrew, who have no intentions of worshiping the Most High. It will not include them. So it will include the tribes, the true tribes of Yashar'al, who seek to do the will of the Almighty Father, who are indeed the seed of Abraham. It will also include Goyim, or Gentiles, and other nations, who too seek to do the will of the Almighty Father, who by the sacrifice of Yahushua and his resurrection are grafted into a body made one in Yahushua under the banner Yashar'al. So let me be clear, my brothers and sisters. There will be a degree of representation from many nations, kindreds, and tongues who seek to do the will of the Almighty Father made one by Yahushua. We need to come away from this sense of entitlement and just identify and speak truthfully what is righteous. We who were scattered from the four corners of the earth to the four corners of the earth are being awakened. But let us not be remiss that we cannot be whole without our brothers and sisters who are Goyim, Gentiles, or from other nations who seek to do the will of the Almighty Father and accept Yahushua as Messiah. Those who will be under the banner of Yashar'al will become known as the sons and daughters of the Almighty Yahuwah through Yahushua, our Messiah, our Mashiach. End times are here, and they bring extreme humbling times. Believe it or not, there will be many converts. Many people reprove and converted to the truth regarding the name of the Almighty Father, regarding the name in which we are saved or face salvation. From various religious beliefs, we will witness individuals coming to the truth and gather together to participate as lampstands, as in a multitude, as our brothers, as our sisters, those who truly desire to worship and obey the Most High Father. They will be delivered from false religions. They will be freed from strongholds of false pagan idol names and terms that are being used in an attempt to hide the true name. Many are unaware. The Almighty Father, Yahuwah, and Yahushua, our Messiah, names will become known, and all doubt will be removed. Once end-time prophecies reach specific degree of intensity, we will witness more clearly those who are chosen by the Spirit of Yahushua to lead in our final gathering in Exodus. I have presented highlights of the characteristics of the 12 representing tribes of Yashar'al, which includes Yehuda, Reuben, Gad, Asher, Naphtali, Manasseh, Shimon, Lewi, Issachar, Zebulun, Joseph, and Benjamin. I will not speak on the assemblies. I will now speak on the assemblies. Let me say that again. I will now speak on the assemblies mentioned in Revelation's 1st chapter through the 3rd chapters. While many may think the relevance of this passage have passed, or they are more historical in nature and purpose, I submit to you the message in the first 3 chapters of Revelation regarding assemblies will prove to be relevant to the multitude mentioned in the 7th chapter of Revelation. Yes, the assemblies. With this said, allow me to read from Revelation, beginning with the 1st chapter and the 20th verse, and concluding at the end of Revelation's 3rd chapter. So bear with me, my brothers and sisters, and as I mentioned, it will be in 2 parts. Revelation 1:20 said, the secret of the 7 stars which you saw in my right hand and the 7 golden lampstands. The 7 stars are the messengers of the 7 assemblies, and the 7 lampstands which you saw are 7 assemblies. And it reads, describing them. To the messenger of the assembly of Ephesus, write, he who is holding the 7 stars in his right hand and who is walking in the midst of the 7 golden lampstands says this, I know your works and your labor and your endurance, that you are not able to bear evil ones, and have tried those who say that they are emissaries and are not, and have found them false. And you have been bearing up and have endurance, having labored for my name's sake, and have not become weary. But I hold this against you, that you have left your first love. So remember from where you have fallen, and repent, and do the first works, or else I shall come to you speedily and remove your lampstand from its place, unless you repent. Yet this you have, that you hate the works of the Nicolaitans, which I also hate. He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the assemblies. To him who overcomes, I shall give to eat from the tree of life, which is in the midst of the paradise of Elohim. And to the messenger of the assembly of Smyrna, write, this says the first and the last, who became dead and came to life. I know your works in pressure and poverty, yet you are rich, in the blasphemy of those who say they are Yehudim and are not, but are a congregation of Satan. Do not be afraid of what you are about to suffer. See, the devil is about to throw some of you into prison in order to try you, and you shall have pressure 10 days. Be trustworthy unto death, and I shall give you the crown of life. He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the assemblies. He who overcomes shall by no means be harmed by the second death. And to the messenger of the assemblies of Pergamos, write this. He who has the sharp 2-edged sword says this, I know your works and where you dwell, where the throne of Satan is, and you hold fast to my name, and did not deny the belief of me, even in the days which Antipas was my trustworthy witness, who was killed near you, where Satan dwells. But I hold a few matters against you, because you have there those who adhere to the teachings of Balaam, who taught Balak to put a stumbling block before the children of Yashar'al, to eat food offered to idols, and to commit whoring. So you also have those who adhere to the teachings of Nicolaitans, which teachings I hate. Repent, or else I shall come to you and speedily and fight against them with the sword of my mouth. He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the assemblies. To him who overcomes, I shall give some of the hidden manna to eat. And I shall give him a white stone, and on the stone a renewed name written, which no one knows except him who receives it. And to the messenger of the assembly of Thyatira write, this says the son of Elohim, who has eyes like a flame of fire, and his feet like burnished brass. I know your works in love, in service, in belief, in your endurance. And as for your works, the last are more than the first. But I hold against you that you allow that woman Isabel, or some may say Jezebel, who calls herself a prophetess, to teach and to lead my servants astray, to commit whoring and to eat food of idols, offered to idols. And I gave her time to repent of her whoring, and she did not repent. See, I am throwing her into a sick bed, and those who commit adultery with her into affliction, unless they repent of their works. And I shall slay her with death, and all the assembly shall know that I am the one searching the kidneys and the hearts, and I shall give to each one of you according to your works. And to you I say, and to the rest in Thyatira, as many as do not possess this teaching, and who have not known the depths of Satan, as they call them, I am not putting on you another burden, but hold fast what you have until I come. And he who overcomes and guards my works until the end, to him I shall give authority over the nations, and he shall shepherd with a rod of iron, as the potter's vessel shall be broken to pieces, as I also have received from my Father, and I shall give him the morning star. He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the assemblies. This concludes part 1 of the introductions. What I wanted to do is read Revelations 1 and the 2nd chapter up to verse 29. For sometimes it is better to hear one read when one may be driving and want to listen to this, versus me just citing the address of the passage. Bear with me, my brothers and sisters, as we go into the second portion of the introductions to the assembly. And as I said, it is part of Olive Trees and Lampstands. So stay tuned for part 2. Shalom, shalom, shalom.